Hi there, it's Benji on Benji 18 Noir. In this video I'm going to return to two topics I've talked about before: trolls and self-defense. So here in Britain, as I've said, we can't really legally defend ourselves. Whatever certain channels will tell you, if you watch certain channels, British-based channels that talk about self-defense, it's obvious their hands are tied. And it becomes laughable at a certain point, when it gets to the point where they're saying, look, we legally can't use our keys as a flail, correct? But you can use an umbrella or a yellow floor slippery sign to fend off the attacker. Come on, it's ridiculous at that point. What I'm going to say is this. And that's why I don't watch the American self-defense channels. There's no point. In America, they have full self-defense. Now, because the arbitrary, in my opinion, laws in this country, the arbitrary, in my opinion, rules and laws say that one is not allowed to defend oneself. And I'm just saying this hypothetically, does not necessarily mean that I believe that. Hypothetically, maybe I believe that these arbitrary rules and laws are nonsense. They're nonsense, right? That maybe hypothetically I believe that they're nonsense. They're not fit for purpose. I didn't make these rules and laws. I don't see them as fit for purpose, hypothetically. And I will say this, not hypothetically. I believe that to kill in self-defense is perfectly fair. Now, it's not a good idea to attempt that in Britain. However, I believe that if one's life is in danger, it's fair to kill, to defend oneself. It's certainly allowed in the USA. I mean, the more I look at the self-defense situation in this country, the angrier I get. I'll get to the trolls in a minute. Believe that. You can believe that. And so the last... so I was reading... This is the official government statement. If you want peace of mind, carry a rape alarm. I know I'm using words. Yeah. In the USA, if you want peace of mind, you can conceal and carry what I have put in the custom thumbnail here. That's peace of mind. A rape alarm is not peace of mind. I remember when I was young, a teenager, someone I was friends with at the time, his mother had a rape whistle. A fucking rape whistle. Peace of mind. A fucking rape whistle. Women aren't even allowed pepper spray. There isn't even an exception made for women, right? Women aren't even allowed pepper spray. Even women aren't. Okay, it's an absolute fucking joke in this country. And the law, I'll get to that in a minute. So, these... hypothetically, maybe I believe that these rules and these laws are fucking nonsense, right? Maybe I'm prepared to do what I need to do to protect myself, and this is coming into the troll bit, okay? And maybe I've been prepared for years, for decades. Maybe I don't believe in this. Maybe I don't believe in these rules and laws, okay, at all. Some people just... if something's the law, they go along with it, right? They don't question it, they go along with it. Sheeple, right? Not all of us operate like that. This is about life and death. If you think the pigs are going to save you, you're wrong. I mean, pigs might fly. Better hope these pigs fly very quickly. Because the only time I ever see the law, they're either at a McDonald's drive-thru or they're drinking coffee in a petrol station. That's literally the rare occasions I see the law at those two occasions. And when I see them, they either look like Harry Potter and just as intimidating, or it's some old guy with a massive gut and a bad back. Oh, he's going to be effective. Very fucking effective. So I see that, and I see that for what it is. I mean, we are living in a lawless hellhole at this point. I don't want to hear this is the best time to have ever been alive. Maybe so. It doesn't need to be this bad anyway. Back to the point. So these, I've said this before, and as I'm not a woman, I've said it hypothetically, if I was a woman, now getting hold of pepper spray in this country, that's the thing, it's getting hold of these things. However, there are plenty of household items. Again, this is all hypothetical. It's a thought experiment. There are plenty of household items that are exceptionally easy to get hold of, yes? What I've used as the custom thumbnail, no. Pepper spray, no. And of course, never looked into getting pepper spray, okay? Of course I haven't. So the rules and the laws basically say we're not allowed to defend ourselves. That doesn't mean that hypothetically I'm going to go along with that. You know, I hypothetically, thought experiment, would rather be alive, right, than dead. When those, you know, those who do those acts to people, end them, often get away with it. And if they are caught, they are not punished properly, right, at all in this country. So, hypothetically, maybe I would rather defend myself with and by any means necessary and take my chances with the law and a jury, okay, than be dead, okay? Now, I don't think I'm the only man who thinks like this. So let that be a warning to the trolls, okay? You, because a lot of you are in Britain too. So you are in exactly the same position that I'm in. We legally can't do anything. However, some of us hypothetically, thought experiment, don't necessarily think that way or operate that way. And maybe I'm one of those individuals. Okay? Because this is my one life. Now, and here's another thing. We're all people. Okay? We're all vulnerable. We can all be hurt. We can all die. Okay? We're all in the exact same position. And in this country, specifically, we're in the exact same position. We can't defend ourselves. The pigs are not going to defend us. As far as I can tell, the pigs are a mythical thing at this point because I never fucking see them. Unless they're not actually doing their jobs. Unless they're on a break. Okay? So don't think they're going to save you. Don't think your fucking rape alarm or your rape whistle, ladies, is going to protect you from the bad guys. And here's another thing. Bad guys do carry items that it's illegal to carry. They also use those items, and even then, even when they end people, if they're somehow caught, they're not punished properly, because life does not mean life in this country. And of course, we don't have a death penalty either. We have seemingly no law enforcement. We have no death penalty, and we, the civilians, are not allowed to defend ourselves. However, and I know I am not the only man in this country who hypothetically, thought experiment, believes that self-defense is fair. Hypothetically, killing in self-defense is fair, right? I know I'm not the only man, hypothetically, thought experiment, that believes that. Okay, I'm not. Okay, because there are men like me who know the law is not coming to save us or anybody else. So maybe we have to save ourselves and take our chances with the fucking law. Okay? So trolls, bear that in mind. Maybe that's the type of man you're dealing with here. So keep pushing me, all right? Again, this is all a thought experiment. This is all hypothetical, trolls. This is all hypothetical, okay? But maybe there are men who hypothetically think like I hypothetically think, that self-defense is fair. Self-defense by any means and with any means necessary is perfectly fair. And if I lived in America, I don't have a criminal record, by the way. If I lived in America, I would absolutely exercise my Second Amendment right. I would have an armory. I would have conceal and carry. Okay, bear that in mind. That is truly how I operate. Okay, I do not rely on the motherfucking pigs to do fuck all, because they don't. Trust me, I know this from experience, personal experience, more than one occasion. When you need the pigs, they are not there. Okay, even the women in this country are not allowed pepper spray. This country is fucked. Okay, so I act accordingly. And trolls, listen to everything I just said. You act accordingly too. So, if you like the video, hit the like button and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, and when you do, ring the notification bell. Go back and check out what's left of my older content. This is Benji on Benji 18 Noir. See you later.